Good afternoon and welcome to Vodafone Firestarters. We're at the Amsterdam dance event, people. Could we get some? At a platform for innovation and inspiration. My name is Andrew Makkinga, or Makkinga in Dutch, as they say. And from Felix Meritus here in Amsterdam, we are at the annual Amsterdam dance event, which has become a major festival. Started out years ago, and every year it's more and more people. 200,000 in Amsterdam as we speak. The topic of the first talk show is going to be image innovation. Now, you could look at it from a scientific perspective, or just from a Twitter and Facebook perspective. How do you keep yourself in check? Image, image, image. It's so important. Isn't it, Jojanneke? Who happens to be my co-host? An applause. Let's start with the man with the sunglasses, Sander Kleinenberg.
Living a dream in our own hearts. Money's tight, up all night from the worries of life. Will it work? Will it last? Trying to tell me that it's alright.
That was a bit of video from Sander Kleinenberg, Dutch DJ. This is Recordings, is his label, and we're very grateful that he is here with us today to talk about our subject, image innovation. How important is image, Sander?
It's 49%, isn't it?
49%?
Yeah.
And why not 51?
Because 51 is substance.
Okay. We're going to get back to that. Next to you is another DJ. I wonder if he agrees or disagrees. You would tend to say that he must agree that image is important. If you've worked and played at so many festivals and had your music in the worldwide BlackBerry campaign with Diplo, I think he knows a bit about branding and about keeping your brand up. His name is Don Diablo.
It's not like it's a matter of life or death. It's not like it's a matter of life or death. You've not run out of love yet, there's plenty left. In the city I know, in the city I call my own. In the city I know, in the city I know, in the city I call my own. In the city
Was that your mother in the video?
That was my mother, actually. Yeah.
Your
and
real
my father.
mother? Like no actors?
No actors were involved.
Why did you do that?
Because I do feel it's about image most of the times right now. And I feel everything has changed in that sense and nobody seems to be themselves anymore.
Yeah.
So instead of making a really big video, a very impersonal video, I wanted to do something that was basically me.
Let's go to our last guest, Walter Flapper, who is owner of Flapper Management and responsible for managing artists like Noisia. And Noisia, you might have heard of them, not of them. They're from Groningen, and they have independently reached, you know, this very interesting status. A lot of followers on Twitter. Skrillex tweets them, and then all his millions of people go like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And they have this unique selling point. I don't know what it is, why it is. We hope to find out in this short hour we have. Walter Flapper dus. definitely looks like the success behind Noisia. Yeah.
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 Well,
What's this?
Fun and quality. I guess if you look at the final artwork, it's really pristine. It's kind of similar style to the ADE photos, very kind of distant. That's the cover for our special edition that came out on Mousetrap. But then this is the process of how we made it, and that's fun to show as well. And I think that's a big part of your image is you have to be authentic.
Social media marketing is overrated. You said something about that. Less is more. We have a bit of a clip with that, I think.
You've built a fantastic Facebook fan page and Twitter page, but what could possibly be taking all of your potential fans and followers so long to recognize your work? Maybe you just need to get the ball rolling and get the word out there yourself. Nothing a few phone calls can't fix. Cousin Frank, your sister Sue, and all those fraternity brothers you met at the bar the other night will surely get the word out. Now all you have to do is wait, because you know that accumulating fans, followers, and video views are like rabbits. Once you have a couple, they just keep multiplying. There's just got to be a better way. Hey, what's this? BuyFansToday.com? The largest social media enhancement supplier on the web, assisting companies and individuals worldwide with acquiring Facebook fans, Twitter followers, and YouTube views? Who knew? When you use BuyFansToday.com, you're guaranteed to receive quality targeted fans, followers, and YouTube views. Real people ready and eager to engage you and your brand. Now you're talking.
What do we think of this?
I mean, it's good to promote yourself, but I would say if you're going to do something like that, invest it in perhaps advertisement. So people actually are drawn to you in a natural way.
But it's really cheap to buy fans. I think it's really cheap to get.
It's cheaper than to advertise, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, apparently.
You need a budget.
But it's a very short-term strategy. Right? You buy fans, but they don't really care about you. You need to, I think you need to grow your fan base in the same ratio that people really get to like you.
How did that work with Noisia? Because it's as if you guys came out of nothing. But obviously they've been working on their projects for years and years.
Yeah, their first release was in 2003, so we've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Then I think in 2006 when I started managing them, we started a MySpace page.
Oh, MySpace, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some archaeologist is going to dig that up in 1,000 years. So and that was quite helpful.
That's a really valid point, though, what he just says there. Like MySpace, you remember. I mean, you know, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what you invest in. You never know what's going to be happening in 12 months from now.
Although Facebook has really killed it. Like they've taken over.
Till everybody's going to go like, you know, fuck Facebook because they're a bank now.
If I look at the Facebook followers, we have like 50,000 in the UK. America just overtook that. So now America's our biggest market. And then the rest of the world is like 5% per country. So that's Holland is a big market now as well. France, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, and then Australia, New Zealand. So it's basically all over the world.
Okay.
Just not.
And then the Facebook. You were saying Facebook is going to be a bank. Yeah, it's done. You're saying it can work out.
Well, it's huge. Like you need to be on there now, but the way they're having you pay to advertise your posts, I think that's kind of lame.
I must say I was quite late with Facebook. I mean, I only had like 50K, and this guy has like 12 million. If I would have bought, I would have bought a lot more. You know?
Yeah. You pay a like.
Would have been fun. I mean, I have the money, so it would be fun to one day just go from 50 to out of nowhere just to 3 million and just go like, yes, start booking me, motherfuckers.
No, but
because it is important for promoters to see how many people like your page.
It is, but at the same time, you have that whole.
Just once,
for instance,
just once, because then you gotta rock the shit out of that club, and if you don't, if you're lame.
No, but you can do it and just on the image and just saying like, hey, I'm really famous here, and check it out. You see how many people like me, and then you get booked, and then but he's really famous. Isn't it more these days about who you are instead of the music you play?
Well, it's yes and no, but also they can easily see through it in that sense because Facebook introduced the art talking about, which is next to your likes. So you could buy a shitload of likes, but then if nobody's talking about you, everybody will know that you actually bought them. Besides that, they can see that most of your fans are coming out of the Czech Republic.
Or Mexico City.
Or Mexico City. I mean, I can see my fans are from Amsterdam mostly. It's pretty straightforward.
Mine are from Cairo.
Yeah, well, you play there a lot, for instance.
Sander, but
Dubai.
We've been.
You shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket because you do Twitter, you do SoundCloud, you do YouTube as well. So
There's just too much.
But if one of those pillars falls over, then you can lead all the
Fall
people
back on
to the other
Yeah.
ones. And I think, for instance, SoundCloud for us is super important. We have 200,000 followers on there. The only EDM artist bigger than us is Skrillex. And it's much more direct because there's no edge rank bullshit like with Facebook.
It's raw.
Yeah, it's like you upload a song and it gets into the feed of all of the people that follow you. So we uploaded the remix we did for Smack My Bitch Up on Thursday, and we have 110,000 plays on there now.
Yeah, it's very interesting that as soon as something becomes diluted, people start running away. At least the artists who deliver the content. So. How long will it take before this SoundCloud thing gets distorted?
You have that whole thing where you used to be
upload
able to
music.
upload mixes and stuff, and
that's
now
not
I'm
allowed
getting
anymore.
like requests from guys who are doing mixtapes. Can you please give permission for us to use your track?
Yeah.
So you already have to be whitelisted.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's already
But
been
that's
taken
good.
over.
That's good because you can protect your content.
To be honest, when I upload my song, I wanted actually the funny thing was that my music was getting blocked from my SoundCloud. I got like warning signs that you can't upload a song by Don Diablo. Like, well, I am soundcloud.com/Don Diablo. Who else is going to upload it? And yeah, so it does become a little bit weird when it's like YouTube and Vivo. Corporate people get involved. They're trying to find a way to monetize it because you have that problem that everybody's just taking your music for free. People want to get involved. So there's always, left and right, things are going wrong.
I don't know how
I've had a
Music
rough night.
is the key. PR. Let's watch.
Justin Bieber seemed poised this week to become the next celebrity sex tape cautionary tale, and to make a lot of obsessive fans either very happy or unhappy. Alas, it was not to be. The would-be scandal began earlier this week when Bieb said his computer had been stolen, and that personal footage was among the loot. Hungry tabloids naturally took this to mean a sex tape or other embarrassing material. A man on Twitter claimed to have a bombshell, and Bieber Nation became particularly roused when Justin tweeted, "No matter what you have and what you post tomorrow, I know my fans won't leave me. Screw it." But on the day that was supposed to be the big reveal, fans began to smell a shaggy-haired rat. Today also happens to be the day that the new Bieber-Nicki Minaj music video drops. So was this all a PR stunt to sell a scandalous collaboration?
Our next topic is music is key, but PR means everything. That's what the story shows,
Like I said with my 51 and 49, that's where you start, man. You start in that studio and you start giving it, those 20,000 hours or 50,000 hours to become, a master in your skill. And then whatever it fucking takes. I mean, if you really strongly believe in what you do and what you do is honest and comes from the heart, and you've taken somewhere and, started with an idea and took it 10 years down the line, and you're like, damn, I got it. You walk out of that studio and go like, I'm going to fucking whore myself out to get this,
How far would you go?
To have people hear this, because basically it's what I believed in and worked hard for so many years.
Yeah.
And then it's like up to you. Like, you want to show your dick in a video, do it. If it's going to bring the message across.
That's how Paris Hilton got famous.
Well, so that's how many people get famous. In a sense, it's like whoring yourself out. As soon as you've done something and you expect other people to like it, you got to go out there. And yeah, it's a fucked up world. You see it. And there's a lot of really shrewd people, and there's a lot of people with lesser talent, but with bigger marketing schemes who ready to take over the world. And if you don't like it, and if you have comments about that and you want to do something about it, you step in and make it different.
In my case, I've been having these coffee table meetings with Sander, like after 2 o'clock at night, and he's just telling me, Don, you should stick to one sound and just be clear and forward. When it comes to my music, I just do everything from the heart, whether that would be a 90 BPM record or 125 or whatever it is. And I guess that's never a good way of promoting yourself, in the sense that you basically need to do the same thing, hammer the same thing continuously. But I just come from a background where I grew up. My father raised me with avant-garde music like Captain Beefheart, Frank Zappa, who basically just do whatever the fuck they want. And then on the side, you just have to make a living. But I'm making a decent amount of money in that sense. But I don't feel any stress
to do crazy stuff or to whore yourself, as he was saying.
No, I want to make something that I can be proud of, and then if there's.
Yeah, but you got to be on top of your marketing. I mean, you made a personal video with your mom and dad.
I mean, that's pretty whoring yourself out.
Yeah,
I think that's really crossing.
Yeah.
That's like
Marketing.
Okay,
You know
we're at the coffee table
I wanna
now.
bring my mom and
talk,
dad.
talk. Why is that
I did the
whoring
same on
yourself
National
out?
yeah, but I mean, whoring yourself is not a bad thing.
Oh.
You know, I love whores.
No, I mean, I'll be.
No,
No, I mean, you know, seriously,
Vodafone
but
would
it's
be
not
the
a bad
term.
thing. I mean it in the most positive way as I can possibly.
No, I can
It's
see
just a
that.
strong way of
Yeah.
saying.
If
If
I
you
may, if I
believe-
may
Is it about
intercut,
the whoring
I would
instead
know
of
that.
the music?
One at a time.
No, if you believe if you believe in your art, then you just take everything to make that happen.
Yeah.
And if your mom and dad are a part of that, your mom and dad are a part of that. There's no one in the world who's going to
But-
judge you for, you know, whatever it takes.
No,
Because that's
and
basically what
I
it
must
is.
be
Whatever
very-
it takes.
let me intercut you there. To me, again,
mama did it
it may
all
seem that way, but to me, it's very personal. I knew I was going to lose my dad. He had a month to live. I wanted to make a video with him in it. Had nothing to do with commercialism. That's the end of that story. Nobody knows
Such
that
a-
story.
That's a really big buzzkill, though. I'm not gonna. That's like.
Yeah, but I mean, if you put it
No,
that
no,
way,
no, but
if you're going to judge
it
it,
doesn't
on
matter.
that, on that level.
But even if it's
And the rest, if people, there was no push behind it. I just put it on. For instance, I asked my label to not put it on my Vivo because I want to put it on my YouTube because it's a personal document for for myself and for everyone, for the real fans out
Yeah, but
there,
I
for my
think
family.
I think marketing and everything that we do is our art. You know, I mean, I wrote a song about my mom. You know, passed away a couple of years ago. Of course, you do that. It's us.
But
You're trying to get
let me
across as
intervene.
honest as you can, so you
But
do it. You know,
what
and if
I
that's
was, what
who
I
you
was,
are.
never- you can never-
whoa. What I was trying to figure out was, I think you both agree on the thing that it can be personal and still be used and marketed.
Of
But the
course.
choices you make in that process. Let's go to Walter. Noisia, honest to God, doing a song with Skrillex is one thing, but having Skrillex tweet to you about how insane he likes the new record that's coming that's priceless marketing.
We've known him for a long time, even before he blew up as Skrillex, because we worked on a couple of songs for when he was still signed to Atlantic US as Sonny Moore, as a just as a songwriter.
Yeah.
And he stayed with us in Groningen for a month. So we just know him from that. And he came to Martijn's wedding, for instance.
No.
September.
Skrillex went to Groningen. He took the 2.5-hour train ride and stayed there for how long?
For 5 weeks in my house.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And he went to the
It was
wedding
a lot of fun, and he was just a really nice guy. And we were working on songs, and eventually that album didn't end up happening because he blew up Skrillex as well. And so he came back last September for Martijn's wedding, and that's also what you said, where the red line is from what you do and what you don't film. Like we have two guys from Groningen who are filmmakers who are filming a documentary about Noisia, and they wanted to be at the bachelor party as well. I was like, no,
Not a good idea.
That's not going to happen. And the wedding as well. The wedding was off the books anyway.
Does
But
anybody?
it was a good sellout
But then-
point to
Yeah, we could
become
have-
even
we could have
do the
done
personal
that.
touch of Don into the.
Yeah, but if it doesn't feel right, we just
But,
don't do
you
it.
know, and in the end of the day, that's exactly what. If it doesn't feel right, we're not going to go that way.
PR can make you or it can break you. So let's go to the next topic. You did
It's a
a
natural
BlackBerry
progression.
commercial. They used a tune that you already had made, a collaboration with Diplo? Or did you make the tune for the commercial?
No, I made a track with Diplo, and the ad company basically they could pick from several songs.
Yeah.
And they actually already finished the commercial, and then on the day that I finished version to Diplo, they were there by accident. They heard it while he was playing it, and they were like, maybe we want that one. So it was done actually in 2 days.
Okay.
So it's a very spontaneous thing, and I think a lot of the stuff that does happen, this is what you see in the media. But a lot of this stuff still happens quite natural.
Isn't it a bit Dutch to be like, oh, come on, now look at him, he's in a commercial?
Yeah.
Are we just too small-minded for all of this?
Yeah, I think this scene has grown into territories where a lot of people who started the scene never thought possible it would end up being.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so there's a lot of people that look at it and go like, well, you know, this is not what I had figured out. I just wanted to have a party in a bar around the corner with 100 of my best friends and me DJing. I didn't want to end up looking at the TV and have my favorite DJ be supporting Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is a great idea. Dancing, you know,
what can it add?
with your friends every night, you know, even if it's 10,000 or 100 or a little village or a big city or whatever, this scene, this youth culture has catched on, you know. And
David Guetta's been a really important figurehead for it as well. He's well, I think indirectly for dubstep and for our kind of music as well, just dance music in general, he pushed.
Is there a limit in how far using brands?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you have
What's
to,
a no-no then?
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, you got to be clever. And anyway, in any shape, way, or form you're using it, make sure that you use it, you know, with a certain form of integrity. And I think Miss Wanna Be a Star said it correctly. It has to fit well with who you are. And if it doesn't, then obviously it will bite you in the ass.
And the big no-no is, of course, is McDonald's.
Yeah, we had an
and
option.
the Kentucky Fried Chicken and that kind of brand.
We had an option to license a song to a McDonald's commercial, but then we said no because we don't want to be associated with McDonald's.
High five.
Yeah.
Even though I always go there with Martijn, we just eat there a lot. But
Martijn loves it.
Oh, time out. Time
You
out.
really,
No, but this is interesting because
I get that burger money and buy myself a big compressor.
it's not okay. Maybe if it's a liquor brand, you say, well, they don't want to support alcohol. But why McDonald's? What was wrong with
The whole
McDonald's?
concept that it stands for and the way it fucks up people's health.
May I ask, like, you don't have to be, but was it a lot of money? Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit of money. Well, first we were like, oh yeah, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys was like, but hold on, McDonald's is not a good company. We shouldn't support that in any way.
We have reached the end of this first talk show. I am very happy with your presence, and could we give a round of applause to Jojanneke, my co-host, but also the guest. Go and check us on Twitter, Firestarters NL. And until the next time, bye-bye.